Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Diana Inganga and I'm a HR profession, and today on our talk we're going to focus on a very interesting topic, and our topic for today is actually we're going to ask you a question. Is your organization putting you on a survival mode kind of a situation? And what do we mean with a survival mode kind of situation? And that's why we've built our topic for today, being that we are going to look at unhealthy workplaces practices. So if you're having such kind of practices in your organization, please make sure you analyze and just know that you're being put on a survival mode. And one of the unhealthy practices is the chronic urgency culture. When you hear the chronic urgency culture, this is whereby each and everything in that organization is urgent. Like whenever you're given anything to do, it's very, very urgent. There are no deadlines, there are no timelines, the communication is not clear. So it's actually putting you on a survival mode, which is not a very good place to be, because mentally it's going to actually take a toll on you after some time. So it's very important for you to understand, if you're in an organization whereby there's that chronic urgency culture, then it's important for you to assess and see how are you going to set yourself apart for you not to be affected with such kind of an environment. And the second thing we are going to look at is actually non-livable wage. You find that people are being compensated very low. There's the kind of remuneration they're being given, it's actually you can't be able even to survive as an individual, being that right now the economy is very hard. So you find like now you'll be placed in a space whereby you have to look for side hustles. You have to be in a space whereby you're always in the move to look for something extra, simply because whatever your employer is giving you is very, very low. So it's very important for you also to realize that if you're being paid less than what you deserve, then it's important for you to be able, either you can start applying for new jobs in different organizations, or also build a skill whereby you can monetize the skill. So the best thing with the world nowadays, your skill can be monetized and you can be able to be in a space whereby you're not in that unhealthy workplace practice. And now another thing is lack of appreciation. You find like in most of the organizations, you do very well, you always even want to crack your back, but now they'll never appreciate, they'll never even tell you thank you. They'll never say that whatever you're doing is actually very good and you deserve an applause. So it's very important for you to assess and just see, where I work, is it a place whereby they always appreciate when I do something, or there's no appreciation at all? And that's why we are actually even saying another unhealthy workplace practice is actually no boundaries. When you hear the word boundaries, you know, most of the time you hear this person doesn't have boundaries, maybe even in your relationships. But imagine you're in an organization whereby there are no boundaries. You're actually placed in a place whereby it's a 24-hour call. So anytime you're called, anytime they need you, so you're there. Even if you're on leave, they're actually always calling you all the time, constantly, and they really want you to do what you have to do. So it's actually very important for you to actually build your boundaries and also be true to your pattern, you know, because also you don't want to be in a situation whereby you're so rude and also your employer stand finding like also you're saying that now these are my boundaries. Also your boundaries need to be healthy boundaries. And also another thing about unhealthy workplace practice is those bosses who are always having their own high emotions. You know, those bosses who don't know how to control their emotions. So if they're having a bad day, then it means the whole department is going to suffer. So it's very important for you to actually realize the kind of boss that you're working under. And also if you're a boss, what kind of a boss are you? Are you the kind of a boss that whereby you're a pressure cooker, that every time you light up, then everyone has to be in that place whereby it's like they're really surviving? So it's very important that we create environments whereby people are actually healthy. And now another unhealthy practice in the organization is actually micromanaging. You find like you've been given your goals. You know that at the end of a particular period, I need to have achieved 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for me to be able to have a good review at the end of the period. But now you find like you're in a space whereby they're really micromanaging. What are you doing? What have you done? Are you standing? Are you sitting? You know, so it puts people in a space whereby it's actually not a very good, healthy place. So it's actually very, very important when you if you've given somebody deliverable, please extend grace, give them time, let them be in a space whereby they can be able to achieve whatever they're actually given. So micromanaging is not a good thing. You know, if you've entrusted somebody to do anything, if you are a boss and also if you're an employee and you feel like you're being micromanaged, it's important that it gets to a point where you just ask your boss, can I have a conversation with you? Like, I feel like you've given me these 10 goals or 8 goals, but each and every day you want me to break my back, or maybe you're too around me that I'm not even able to breathe and be able to do a good job. Because I know micromanaging can get to a place whereby it's so bad and it takes a toll on you emotionally. And also another thing is actually constant pressure. I've just smiled because I remember there was a time a friend of mine was telling me, Diana, I'm in this space whereby there's a lot of pressure. I can't be able to think. I can't be able to achieve simply because I'm being given a lot of pressure. You know, I know at the end of the day, I need to achieve whatever I've been given to achieve, but it doesn't have to come with a lot of pressure that it's like in a space whereby everything has been gas. You know, like the gas is on the highest space. So it's very, very important that even if you want to light the gas, please regulate the gas, that you don't have to put people in an environment whereby there's constant pressure. You know, we have those days whereby maybe if it's end month, depending on the nature of a business that you're in, there's some organization whereby they have a lot of pressure at the beginning of the month, in the mid-month, and also at the end of the month. We understand that those days in the organization whereby we have a lot of pressure, but we have organizations whereby people are always placed in a space whereby they have to run all the time. So we need to ask ourselves, is this healthy pressure or is it unhealthy pressure? And now another thing is unhealthy competition. You find your organization, there is a lot of competition. You know, competition is good because you know you're working towards a goal. Competition is good because it always keeps you on your toes. You always want to do your best. You always want to have the best skills. You always want to be on top of your game. But also there's this kind of competition whereby you find like it's like people, whatever you do, they want to do. Whatever you want to step, they want to step. So you wonder what kind of competition is this? Because competition is very good. It keeps you on toes. And I love to be in a space whereby it's a competitive environment, because you know you always want to do better. You always want to advance yourself, because also you want to be in a space whereby you're creating value. You know, when they call your name in that boardroom, whenever somebody mentions your name in that organization, they actually know that this person, whatever they're bringing to the table, is actually very important. But now we also have this other kind of situation whereby it's very unhealthy. That unhealthy competition is not very good. And also you find it when it comes to peer to peer. You find you're in the same department, but you're fighting over space. Why are you fighting? There's always a better way to communicate. There's always a better way to tell someone that we can work on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I know this approach might work, or this other approach might work. Then you come to a common ground. But when it comes to a space whereby there's a lot of competition, then you find people with low self-esteem, now anxiety checks in. They start having mental issues. They start now to withdraw out of what they love to do. You find they cannot be able to produce what they're supposed to produce results. You know, so it's very important. Even if we are going to have a competitive environment, let it not be unhealthy competition. So after we've already unlocked all the unhealthy practices in the organization, it's very important for us to assess the kind of environments that we are in. We do not want to be people who are in a space whereby you are on a survival mode. Each and every person deserves an environment whereby it is healthy for them to be able to grow, for them to advance their career, and for them to be able to be people who are creating value in this community and creating value in the world. So even after all is said and done, thank you so much for watching my video, and please let us assess our work environments. Are we the ones who are bringing all this toxicity? Are we the ones who are bringing these unhealthy behaviors in the organization, or are we the type of a person who is bringing out the best out of the organization? So today I'll just leave you with a question. Are you the person who brings the positivity, or are you the person who brings the negativity? So and we can't be in between. It's either you're the positive side or the negative side. So it's very important that we be people who bring out the positive. People are going through a lot in life. So the best thing that they can find is now to go to a workplace whereby they are looking forward to get to that workplace in the morning. So thank you so much for watching my video. Until next time, goodbye. Make sure you like, comment and subscribe, and also leave a comment below. And if you're looking for any video that you'll want me to feature, for you have a topic that you really want me to talk about, please, you can reach me out on my social media handles, my Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and also my professional page, LinkedIn, as you can also check me out on LinkedIn. So let us connect and let us build a community of like-minded people whereby we create value. Thank you so much. Until next time, goodbye.